In the north of Beijing, the capital city of China, among the high-rise buildings is a Buddhist temple built about 300 years ago. The temple is known as the Big Bell Temple because of the huge bronze bell inside of it. Now, it has been turned into a museum, exhibiting bells from various dynasties in Chinese history. Why did the ancient Chinese cast bronze bells? What is the history of this temple? This is the story of this temple and this museum. In 1733, Emperor Yongzheng of the Qing dynasty, a Buddhist believer, ordered the construction of a Buddhist temple in the north of Beijing. After that, every time there was a severe drought, the emperor would lead his officials here to pray for rain. This practice continued until the overthrow of the Qing dynasty in 1912. In the past 100 years, due to various reasons such as wars and chaos, the Buddha statues and other cultural relics in this imperial temple no longer exist. However, the architectural layout of the temple remains unchanged, and it has now become an ancient bells museum, with exhibitions held in each hall. On display in this hall is a set of replicas of the famous Zhenghouyi chime bells. Unearthed in Hubei province in 1978, it has a history of more than 2,400 years. This was the burial object of a king of a small state at that time. This set of instruments requires several people to play it. Imagine that more than 2,400 years ago, the king had his meal listening to the music played by this set of bells. Reporting the time was another important function of bells in ancient China. As we mentioned in the previous video, almost all major cities in ancient China had bell and drum towers. As an agricultural nation, the ancient Chinese people worked at sunrise and rested at sunset. Therefore, bells and drums will sound at specific times every day to remind people of dawn, noon, and dusk. That's what these big bells do. Large bells are usually made of bronze, and the Chinese began to engrave characters on bronze objects more than 3,000 years ago to record some significant events. We can see that these big bells also have characters cast on them. Information includes the year the bell was made and the name of the person who founded it. Some are also engraved with Buddhist scriptures to show their devotion to Buddhism. From a technical perspective, bronze is an alloy of copper, tin, and lead. As we know, ancient China used copper as currency. At the same time, copper could also be used to make weapons. Therefore, in modern terms, copper was a key strategic resource in ancient times. So, casting a big bronze bell was not something ordinary people could afford. Most of these bells are hundreds of years old, and some are from more than 1,000 years ago. This strange style hall is the main hall of this temple. Its architectural style reflects the ancient Chinese people's understanding of the world and the universe. The ancient Chinese believed that the sky was round-shaped like a dome, and the earth was square-shaped like a cube. The 4 Chinese characters on the plaque were written by Emperor Qianlong, describing a state of awakening in Buddhism. This temple, the Big Bell Temple, was named after this big bronze bell. This bell was made 600 years ago. It is nearly 7 meters tall and weighs more than 46 tons. It has about 230,000 words of Buddhist scriptures on it. These Buddhist scriptures were carved before casting and were integrated with the bell. Every Chinese New Year, people would strike the bell 108 times. Buddhism believes that people have 108 kinds of annoyances, and after striking the bell 108 times, all these annoyances would be eliminated. This big bell was originally placed near the Forbidden City and was moved here during the Qing dynasty. It is said that because the bell was too big and heavy, it could only be transported in winter. At that time, people dug wells every 500 meters, then poured the water on the ground to freeze. In this way, the bell was dragged on the ice for about 5 kilometers to this place. After the big bell arrived, this hall was then built to enclose it. From small musical instruments to large time-reporting devices to huge ceremonial objects engraved with scriptures, the functions of bells have evolved throughout history. Maybe the passage of time has taken away many things in the world, but these bronze bells and the information engraved on them can be passed down from generation to generation, and they also gave us another way to take a glimpse into the past.